trying to think of what to... What? The hell is that? Is that one of the seals? You're just being weird? Okay. Welcome to H-Mods.
Husband, in honor of our marriage, I give you a regiment of battle mechs and the means to support them in perpetuity.
My love, in honor of our marriage, I give you a vast prize. The Capellan Confederation.
Alright, assholes, it's your old pal Hobbs. Here to tell you about Shadow of the Alliance. Follow the journey of Mateo Bjerregaard, a young mech warrior in the service of the Taurian Concordat. In the wake of the Steiner-Davion wedding, Laconis III has just been invaded by Davion forces hoping to bang on Maximilian Liao's back door. Bjerregaard must fight to save his team, the woman he loves, and his people. Want to get in on it? You can! Donate bits to become a character in the book and help save Laconis III. Every bit helps this book become better and better looking to Catalyst because the goal is to make enough to commission artwork, including a cover and artist drawings inside, like the old days. Be a part of the legend of the Laconis Wolverines. Donate today. It will go to a good cause.
Okay, let's do
What
it.
was that thing the other night that made you freaking... Oh, the bell.
Yeah.
She had a bell. She had a bell on her. It was great. So it didn't do anything when she was moving around the house because she's a fucking ninja. But when she laughs, it shakes like a fucking Santa Claus thingy. Okay, so it has been quite a while since we've been working in the basement with all the creative stuff going on, with a lot more cosmetic stuff to do. But now there's actually something we can do hardware-wise. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Last time, if I'm remembering correctly, it was a lot of painting. Or maybe I just did that on my own. Oh, here, recap.
No, go past this part. In fact, never play this again.
That was fun. And so now we are back down in the basement because finally it's to the point now where I can start doing some more hardware stuff. And so what I'm going to try and fit this in. The idea today is to kind of assemble it again, put it together a little bit. Because I still have to take this all apart and paint it. Hi, sweetie. Look at Lotus is down here.
Ta-da! Here she comes. Look at her strutting her stuff.
The idea is we put it together a little bit. So, and that is because we have fans to deal with. The thing about this case is, oh boy, she's sitting right there. The thing about this case is that since we are, actually I brought out, since we are going to be using this is part of the stage, and putting it right here, the radiator, yeah, move then. Okay. I need you to move just a tad right there. So the radiator is going to be sitting on top of this with a thin sheet of foam in between it, so as not to scratch either of them. So since we are raising it a little over 2 inches, I need to re-drill the holes for the fans. And so that's what we are going to work on first. And then if we can, we're going to get to this box. So this has to go back together. Here's the screen, if you remember. God, that looks cool. This is from a few weeks back. So this has to go in for, oh man. You guys haven't seen the case all painted up together, but it looks really cool, so check that out. I decided to do all that off cam because we need to actually just move on. I'm almost wondering if I'm forgetting something that goes in here, because it seems a hell of a lot simpler than when we took it apart. So let's consult the box of stuff. Okay, here's... I don't remember how to do any of this. That's the top, which means that all the stuff for the door release has to go here, and the hinge goes here. Where is the hinge? How do I hinge this thing? Oh, because I have to... This goes in, and then this goes over here. So this goes over here. This is how you take the door off. Now, where are the holes? There they are. We've got this here. The foam is in good shape. Oh, then we do this. Ah, okay. Yay, I'm getting it. So this is the door release. This is good. Got it. This is going right here. And so that means that goes there. Yeah, they're all congruent. So this goes here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's that. And which means the door lock has to go over here. And since we're not using it anyway, oh, hell, I'll put it back in.
Why was it?
I'll put it back in.
Go there.
Because this is where it swings this way now instead of that way. So the door lock was over here. This is the door jamb. And so this would go over here. Are you not getting that?
I thought it went with that piece. Okay.
No, so this goes, see that hole right there?
Yeah.
I should probably paint that. Okay, well this is going to be easier than I thought. It took a lot less time than I thought it was going to. Okay. I think this is, are you checking me out?
No.
Oh.
Sorry.
You sounded like you could went,
I was saying I don't
Okay,
think
so I don't
like
need
all
these, I
sides.
think. Do the fans go here? Oh, I've got fans right here. So I was wrong. These fans are not daisy chainable. However, these are still the only... You still can't order these like on Amazon. I had to really look for these. So I still feel pretty good about that.
If they're not daisy chainable, isn't that gonna change the height that they sit at?
No.
Okay.
So I've got extensions if they're not long. What I'm noticing is that they won't mount to that. So these have to be the mounts. Which... Okay, I'm glad I brought this out. Okay, so these are the mounts. So, which means... I don't need this. Yeah, it has a thing to make your voice pitch if your voice sucks. But I don't need that.
But I don't need that.
Okay.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it really? Like, it really is. Yeah.
Amazing work.
So I've got to paint that. I got to paint everything, but I think I'm going to do this with the sparkly.
Okay.
This is so much fun. I'm going to do my best to estimate. You know what I need to do? That was really stupid. From my years at Juilliard. 1994 to 96. I have to... First of all, where's that foam?
It always makes me so nervous when you leave that freestanding. I know it's fine.
Yeah, I suppose, yes. It can be harrowing. Oh, sir. Oh, sir. Oh, sir.
So expensive.
Yes, it really was, wasn't it? It really, really was expensive. Very expensive. Okay, so we are looking at 2 1/4 inches from this. I'm glad we don't need to do anything with that for a while. I'll tell you one thing. The GPU. I don't know if you've been thinking about it as much as I have, but I've been thinking about it a lot. That's $259. There's a tiny nick in it, and I have to, you know, sort of get it out with the little fin thingy. But the GPU is $1,400. No. I'm sorry. It's $4,400, and we're gonna break it. Every time I think of that, I just say, yeah, I know how to do it, but still. Yeah, I guess I am going to have to slip it in there. That was...
Will all 3 fans still fit in there?
Yeah. Sure, let's try. These are good questions.
That's what I mean.
It's simple and it has an answer. That wasn't anything like Albert Einstein. Remember that movie IQ with Walter Matthau and Tim Robbins and Meg Ryan?
Yeah.
Walter Matthau played Albert Einstein, living in America after World War II, and his granddaughter was dating Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
I was working in my shed, and I was sitting on the corner eating a scoop of ice cream. What flavor? This is a good question. It's simple and it has an answer. I'm grabbing the other fan. What am I doing with that? I am totally distracted because I'm now in such a good mood. So I think what we really should just do is make a stencil. It'll make it a hell of a lot easier. Quick change. I have made a stencil, and actually it didn't take me that long. I had some, this is foam core, and I have this left over from Starties. And I didn't even have to like measure part of this out. I just, because this is 140 millimeters, just like right out the thing, and it was like a piece of scrap. So all I did was cut it off here, and I've got a stencil for a 140 millimeter fan. And I'm gonna do this for every other fucking fan, fan we have in our artists' repertoire of fandom. It's so dumb. She is face palming, so she's rubbing her brow so hard. So what I did was I put the fan on here and I put a screwdriver through it, and then I finished the job, as it were. And now I'm just going to put the stencil on this metal here, and we will be able to mark out the holes with marker. If I squeeze too hard, then the holes don't match up, so I'm gonna screw this in so that the holes do match up as I'm stenciling.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay!
I have been thinking about all of this so much, like all the pre-planning and things like that while we're lying in bed. So much. I lose so much sleep over this, but it's fun. So I wouldn't say I lose the sleep. I'd say I give it up. I give up the sleep.
Well, now you know why he has bags under his eyes, guys.
Yeah. Oh, we're putting shit in. It's not for real, but still. Perfect. Okay.
Okay!
It's interesting how close the holes are to the edge. I'm trying to keep in mind of that. So that's good. You're kidding me. I just organized this. Okie dokie.
Yay.
The yay is right. Okay. Now we can pull it out. Okay, so what I'm going to do, since I've punched all the holes here, she made a good point about trying to make sure it's stable, and I was going to put it in the vise, but now I don't have to. So really all I have to do is I'm going to drill these 8 holes, and then I'll move this fan down, and then I'll drill the full 4 holes for that. That way I can keep it mounted into here and keep it stable. What the fuck was that about?
Is this gonna be a montage?
No, you're not gonna be able to hear it because the microphone's over here.
Oh no, but like you're filing, that's not super entertaining.
Yeah, no, but you and I can get the talking going. Music, I think, will help that.
Well, now I feel pressure.
Now you feel. Talk, will you talk? But it hurts.
Well, loosen it up a bit, will you?
These are massive ground subs that I had custom made. These are a design that the guy already had. But I was like, hey, I need them so much bigger than what you have. Because these are for like dioramas and like if you want to build a diorama with like, you know, Kiss figurines. But they were much, much smaller. And I was like, hey, make them bigger. And he's like, sure. So he made these and he made the guitar cabs and everything else. Let me get your take on this. I can either cut a hole out and then like take the Dremel and like get in there and stuff, or I can cut a section out entirely, put it in, and then put it in behind it. Because here's the thing. So do you see how there's that sort of angle in there? That would be how the sub bounces off the sound and comes out. Because what happened, the cool thing about these massive floor subs is there's like a giant fucking sub or two over here, where this angle is here.
Yeah.
And then
Like
there's
behind the angle?
this is called a baffle.
Okay.
So behind the baffle, the sub is, and so the sound bounces off here, and it bounces off this part here and goes out that way. What that does is it makes it much more boomy, like.
Okay.
So like when the bass drums are being kicked at a metal show, you feel it in your soul.
Yeah, that's why I always love being in front.
Yes. So I can either hollow out a big spot in here, and it'll go into about here, which will miss that, but I'll have to carve out some of that. It will miss this part, but that angled bit I would have to hollow out a little bit and then find something to put behind it. In this particular context, this is the subwoofer, this is the speaker, this is the tweeter, this is what you have to be able to hear. It's not going to be a great sound system, but it is going to be a sound system. The way the speaker would be set up is the sub would be over here, and so the sound is going to be a little bit more oomphy over here. But I cannot do this the way I would like it, the way I'd like to, because if I just cut a slot out of here, which I can do, I kind of have to like bend this wire back, because otherwise it would be coming out of this.
What's wrong with bending the wire back?
Nothing. So what you're saying, if I'm hearing you correctly, is come in about 1/8 and then just slice this whole bit.
Yeah.
And then glue it in. But yeah, why didn't I do that? Okay,
The only thing
next.
that's gonna stick out is the speaker wire.
Yeah,
You just have to make a little tiny hole for that.
use some hot glue and then sand it down so that it's seamless. I think I'll have to texture paint this too. All right, so I've got all four. They are all congruent. Not that it really matters, but I want them all to be, the same cut. So that way, at least it's gonna look better than it would look worse. Yeah. Your eyebrows are telling a story. What? Cutting this off, then I'm going to hollow out. I'm going to take the Dremel, and I'm going to use my bit to sort of a little of this incline, so that I can stick the speaker in there a little bit. So this is where I'm cutting. This is where I'm going to stick it in, and the speaker will be just about there, which isn't great, but I'm not cutting it way the hell over here. That's gonna look stupid. I'm estimating this will take a half hour, because my first bit is like, it'll probably take 20 minutes, or my first thing was like, this probably won't take longer than about 10 minutes. So I'm like saying a half hour to 35 minutes.
Multiply that by 4.
You have jokes.
Is it really a joke if it's true?
It won't take that long.
So cut all 4 of them and hollow out all 4 of them? Yeah.
Okay, I didn't think about the hollowing out part. All right. Well, it's not going to take okay. Let's just say cutting this is probably going to take 2 minutes. getting that right so that it's tight enough. And yeah, you're probably right. It's probably going to take about an hour. Okay. Mero Bibo, let's fucking do this.
Mero Bibo.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Looks good. We get it shaved, gonna get it painted. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Mero Bibo.